Live now. Princess Leonor's royal farewell in Copenhagen, Spain reacts in tears. It was supposed to be a celebration, a royal farewell filled with smiles, tradition, and grace. But when Princess Leonor appeared in Copenhagen this morning, dressed in pale blue and trembling under the Danish sky, the world instantly felt the weight of something far more powerful than ceremony. Because in that moment, as cameras flashed and thousands watched live across Europe, Spain didn't see a future queen, they saw their daughter leaving home. The streets of Madrid were quiet. The flags waved, yes, but the cheers were softer this time. Almost hesitant. Because everyone knew, this wasn't a royal event. This was goodbye. Leonor's journey to Denmark was meant to be the next step in her royal destiny, but instead, it's become one of the most emotional moments in modern European history. The crowd outside Amalienborg Palace wasn't ready for what unfolded. Neither was Spain. When Leonor stepped from the royal car, she paused, just for a second. A soft smile, a deep breath, and then, her eyes filled with tears. Cameras zoomed in, capturing what would become the defining image of this day, a young woman balancing the weight of love, duty, and goodbye. Queen Letizia tried to stay composed, her signature poise unbroken. But when Leonor turned and hugged her, tightly, quietly, as if she couldn't let go, everything changed. The queen's face fell. She whispered something, inaudible under the crowd's soft murmur. And that's when it happened, her tears broke through. A single tear, caught in the morning light. And just like that, Spain broke with her. Across the nation, millions watched live. Schools stopped classes. Shops paused business. People gathered in squares and cafes, glued to screens. The young princess they had watched grow up was saying farewell, not in grandeur, but in humanity. And then came the moment no one expected, Prince Christian of Denmark stepping forward before the official protocol began. He reached for Leonor's hand, breaking royal tradition. It was a gesture that shocked even the palace staff. But he didn't care. And neither did she. Their eyes met, not as royals, but as two young people bound by something real. That single gesture has now gone viral across Europe, the touch that melted thrones. But how did we get here? How did this royal farewell turn into the most talked about emotional moment of 2025? It began weeks ago, when Spanish and Danish officials confirmed Leonor's upcoming move to Copenhagen, where she'll continue her royal training and represent Spain in a growing partnership between the two monarchies. The news was met with both pride and pain, pride for the young woman she's become, and pain for the reality that she's stepping into a future that will take her far from home. Her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, have known this day would come. Yet those close to the family say the palace atmosphere shifted dramatically in recent days. Late-night lights in Leonor's quarters. Boxes being packed. Laughter, quiet moments, even music heard softly through the halls. But what truly captured hearts was how ordinary her final night in Spain was. Palace insiders revealed that Leonor requested a private dinner, just her parents, her sister Sophia, and no cameras. They ate together, shared stories, and for once, there were no titles. Just family. In a world where royalty often feels distant, this farewell brought them closer than ever to the people. The next morning, Spain gathered to watch her go. The royal motorcade pulled away from Zarzuela Palace, and crowds lined the streets, waving flags, holding signs that read, Vuelve pronto, Leonor, come back soon, Leonor. As she waved through the window, her hand trembled slightly. She smiled, that familiar, composed royal smile, but the tears came anyway. She tried to blink them away, but the cameras caught everything. In that moment, Spain didn't just lose a princess to another palace. They watched a daughter grow up. And then came the farewell ceremony itself in Copenhagen, a blend of Spanish emotion and Danish precision. The flags of both nations flew side by side. The Danish choir performed a stunning rendition of Adios España, an unexpected tribute that silenced the courtyard. Queen Margrethe of Denmark, known for her strict royal discipline, was visibly moved. Even she seemed to sense that this was more than a diplomatic moment, this was history wrapped in emotion. As the music faded, Leonor stepped up to the podium. Her voice, soft but steady, echoed through the palace grounds. She spoke not as a royal, but as a daughter, as a young woman caught between two nations and two identities. I carry Spain in my heart, she said. No matter where I stand, I will always belong to my people. The words were simple, but the silence that followed was deafening. Even the cameras stopped clicking. And when she looked toward her parents, both standing motionless, that's when the world saw the raw truth: royalty is human, too. Spain's reaction was immediate. Social media erupted. News anchors struggled to contain their own emotion. Headlines flooded in within minutes: Leonor's farewell moves a nation, Queen Letitia's tears break protocol, a princess grows, and Spain weeps. And yet, amid the emotion, a deeper story is unfolding, one that few are talking about. Leonor's move to Copenhagen isn't just symbolic. It represents the future of European monarchy: interconnected, cooperative, and emotionally transparent. Unlike past generations, she's not just crossing borders. She's merging traditions. It's no coincidence that this farewell took place in Denmark, a royal family known for its warmth, humanity, and deep ties to modern values. Spain's monarchy, long seen as reserved, is evolving, and Leonor is the face of that transformation. But even as analysts debate politics, Spain's people are simply feeling the loss. In cities and towns, spontaneous vigils have begun. Candles, flowers, handwritten notes, all left at the gates of royal residences. Some messages read, "Thank you for being ours." Others simply say, "Come home soon." The emotional weight of this farewell isn't in the ceremony, it's in the small human details. A father trying not to cry. A mother breaking protocol to hug her child. A princess holding back tears as she steps into a destiny bigger than herself. It's the goodbye that every parent fears and every child eventually faces, played out on the world's stage. And that's what makes this moment unforgettable. Because beyond the titles, the jewels, the cameras, this was love, loss, and legacy, all in one heartbeat. Tonight, as Copenhagen's palace lights shimmer across the cold November air, Leonor begins her first evening in Denmark. Behind those palace walls, she's likely still in her travel gown, hair slightly undone, phone full of unread messages from friends and family. Maybe she's replaying the farewell in her mind, the tears, the applause, the weight of it all. And somewhere back in Madrid, her mother might be doing the same, quietly, privately, in a palace that suddenly feels much larger, and much emptier. But through the tears, through the distance, there's something greater: pride. Because today, Spain didn't lose its princess. It shared her with the world. And that, perhaps, is the true legacy of Princess Leonor's farewell: not a departure, but a beginning. A moment where duty met emotion, where two nations stood together in silence, and where the future Queen of Spain reminded us all that even behind crowns and ceremony, beats a heart that feels everything. As the night deepens and the world replays those farewell moments again and again, one truth lingers above all others: sometimes the most powerful royal moments aren't about power at all. They're about love, loss, and the courage to say goodbye with grace. Princess Leonor's farewell wasn't the end of a chapter, it was the moment Spain learned how deeply it loved her. And as she starts her new life in Copenhagen, that love follows her, louder than applause, stronger than distance, and forever written in the hearts of her people.